Hi, I'm Michaela and welcome back to my channel. Today what I'm going to be doing is plant chores that I have been putting off for far too long now. There's one specifically that I have put off. I don't know if you'll remember it, but you'll know it when I get to it. But I've been putting it off for just entirely too long, and today's the day. We're in the middle of a heat wave here in Missouri, so it is 95 degrees outside today, and I have no interest in leaving my air-conditioned home. So I've brought all my all of my plant supplies inside, and I'm just gonna be playing with plants inside today. And maybe if you have some plant chores, you can do your plant chores today too. I've taken a little bit of a break from filming to visit family and have a cleaning extravaganza for myself. Yeah, that's my idea of a good time, I guess. So when I take time off, I deep clean my house. I don't know. Sometimes I wish I could relax, but I'm just not even sure what that's like. So anyway, in the spirit of getting things done, we're just gonna be doing a whole bunch of plant chores. Okay, so the first order of business is combining my two pipers into one container. They seem to be doing fairly well in fluval, but I want to put them in the same container. I recently went out of town and they just dried up way too much, so I kind of want to just give them some more space. These things seem to like a lot of water and humidity. So I have a bigger container here. Hopefully they will work. I'm still figuring out the piper situation. That's not a good idea. Pretty decent roots. I think they're definitely gonna have to go in this bigger container. I think I'm gonna reuse this also. Okay, yeah, so they both ended up fitting in here. So I just checked the roots on this Homalomena schismoglotis, which, what a gorgeous plant. But look at these roots. So I think it's time we move to a bigger container. I've been having really good luck with Homalomena in fluval stratum, so I'm just going to keep it in there. I recently did move some of my Homalomena to soil, and they aren't doing as well. So I'm just going to stick with what I know that works. I know a few people have asked me about keeping plants in fluval stratum long term, and for the most part I do just propagate in it. The only plants that I have kept in it long term are this and those two pipers, and I've had those in it since probably November, so I mean I really wouldn't even call that long term, but they are all doing really well. Oh. And I haven't done anything special with them. I treat them the same way as I do propagations. I just make sure that there's enough moisture for the roots to absorb, and I've not added any additional nutrients. I don't think that it would have broken down enough by this point to require the addition of nutrients, but I probably will before too long. And I mean, I did technically just replenish the nutrients by moving it up to a bigger size, so there's that. But I don't add any fertilizer to this stuff, and I continue to see really good growth. And I also don't add drainage holes to these containers that I put them in. I think that would just, I mean, the draw of fluval stratum is the nutrients in it, and I think that would just wash the nutrients right out. And I think that's why soil nutrients become depleted so quickly also, is because of the drainage holes. So I like it to be in a closed container. And I'll also just show you about how much water I add to this stuff. So I hope you can see that. But like, I don't want the plant to be swimming, but I want to make sure that there is moisture for the roots to absorb. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I've been really wanting to try out the lazy moss pole that, what are their usernames? Unplant Parenthood and You Don't Even Grow Here make. They both make these really cool moss poles that are like out of these lamination sheets. Oh yeah, you can't see that. Out of these lamination sheets. But I've been really wanting to make one, so I'm gonna try it out on my Philodendron Majestic. Is this the new sleeve? This is the new sleeve. It's growing not straight, but that's all right. Maybe I will, let me see. Yeah, it's growing kind of wacky. Okay, so I'm really not a moss pole person. I think in more indoor conditions, they work well. As far as the greenhouse goes, they seem pretty superfluous. I really think that what causes plants to continue to, and I'm not talking about shingling plants here. I'm talking about like vining philodendrons. I do fervently believe that conditions play much more of a role in leaf size and like leaf size, maturity, whatever you want to call it. I think heat and humidity and light do more for that than feeling supported does, but that's just my opinion. So anyway, tangent time. I'm feeling really chatty. I've only spoken to dogs in the last couple of weeks, I guess. So we're gonna try and make a moss pole. Okay, so first I'm gonna see if this needs repotted. on the amount of trouble I'm having, I'm guessing that's a yes. Okay, yeah, we could definitely use a bigger pot. It wasn't that long ago when I repotted this either. Actually, I guess it was. It was almost 6 months ago. I don't really go wild with getting the soil off of the roots, but I disrupted a little bit. And this soil has slow release fertilizer in it, which I've been using lately. It just, I think it helps a whole lot, and I use it in addition to my regular fertilizer. Ooh, I hope it still fits. Dang it, nope, it doesn't fit in that pot anymore. I should have looked at the directions or something prior to this. Or are there directions? This is just my interpretation. I need the thing a little further back. All right, so if this is the wrong way to make this, and I'm sure it is, that's fine. But my internet is not working today, so I can't even look anything up. How does this work? This is how I got my high constellation out of that pickle that it was in. I can never get these fucking bamboo poles to be stable, or just bamboo poles, I guess. So now that my videos are monetized, you guys may have noticed that I've been dialing it back on the profanity, which, hate to be a sellout, but you can apparently get your videos demonetized if you use a lot of cuss words, which I definitely do. And I, like, when I was young, I used to get really offended by it, and yeah. Oh, how the turntables. How do you do this? And I'm wearing gloves because for whatever reason, when I handle a lot of sphagnum moss, I get really bad headaches, and I mean, it could only be the sphagnum moss too, is the weird thing. I think it's the brand that I got, but this is all like reused sphagnum moss. So this I've used for propagations. If the propagation has rotted, I don't reuse it. I go ahead and I compost that, but whenever I've propagated plants and it has been successful, I just throw all this moss in a tub, and yeah, I go ahead and reuse it because, I mean, I don't like to always use, let's see, I think I can use it twice for propagation purposes, and after that point I use it more for like moss pulls. Oh gosh. Terrible. Or does she makes little things out of this stuff, doesn't she? Well, I don't know how that looks. Probably not great. But we're trying. I'll see if I can come back in and tighten it up. Looks really goofy so far. Also, I think the headaches that I get from sphagnum moss are because of the specific brand that I got. It was that cheap kind in the purple bag because the New Zealand kind is really hard to get. But it has like a weird stale Hobby Lobby type of smell. I don't know if that makes any sense. It smells really weird to me. And like those kind of smells, like I can't hardly go into like a craft or candle type of place like that without getting a headache. I just cannot. Oh gosh. This looks ridiculous, but it's my first try and I don't really care how it looks. I think that ultimately this is going to be very functional for aerial root growth and therefore propagation. So I call it a win. Oh wait, do I put the moss up higher now or do I wait? I think I'll put it a little bit higher. So that these here roots can get some. So I'm sure I've done a major disservice to this method of moss pole making, but I think it's gonna work. I hope this pot fits. It's probably, oh dang it. Okay, here we go. We're gonna do an old switcheroo. Oh, we activated another growth point somehow. Heck yeah. Huh. I accidentally discovered some new growth on my variegated heteroecium. Okay, so this will fit. This is one of my favorite pots. Okay, so it's kind of gross looking now, but look at this little tray I got at a garage sale for 25 cents. Aside from plants, my other obsession is thrift shopping, just general bargain finding. I try not to buy anything new if I can avoid it. And okay, that brings me into my next story. Sorry, thank you for listening to me. I haven't spoken to people in a long time. I just talk to dogs now. So there's that. But anyway, I'm telling this story to anyone who will listen, so that includes you. So my thrifting obsession. I found, okay, there were two sets of mid-century tables and chairs on Facebook Marketplace yesterday, and I would have loved to have either of them. The first set was really cute. I'm gonna see if I can find a picture of it. It's probably already gone, but I thought about it for too long. It was $50 for a table and 3 chairs. They were really pretty. It was solid wood, but then I was like, oh, do I really want to spend $50 on a table and chairs? I don't know. I'm on a journey of trying not to second guess myself because my instincts are often right. So by the time I messaged that lady, she was like, oh no, it's already pending. I'll let you know if something falls through. So I've never had something actually fall through, buying or selling. So anyway, didn't get a message and it's gone today. And then I was looking again, I was kind of disappointed, and I found the table and chairs of my dreams. Like, this was like right out of, like, it's exactly what I want, but did not think was attainable, yeah. And it was like a really good price. It was a table and 4 chairs for $150, which is excellent, especially for something like this. But by the time I messaged her, it was already pending. But let me show you this. I've never been more upset about anything in my life. Just kidding. Obviously that's very hyperbolic, but yeah. So now I'm on the hunt for a secondhand table and chairs set. Has to be mid-century, has to be under $200. So it'll be an adventure. I will one day find it. Probably not today because the internet's not working, but one day, and that'll just make it all the more exciting when I do find it. Maybe something will fall through with the glass and cane one with the cantilever chairs, but I don't know. But anyway, let me know if you like thrifting and like secondhand shopping also, because I'm kind of obsessed with it. Okay, so at long last, I think about 6 months later, I really need to go through these propagation cups. Some of them are really gross. Okay, so I did a plant chores video out here where I cleaned. It was basically the same thing as this video, like the week of Christmas, and I talked about all these propagation cups that I needed to clean. I still haven't cleaned them. I'm going to finally rinse out my propagation cups. And don't worry, I do have a mesh strainer in the sink, so there won't be any perlite going down my drain. These dogs are driving me crazy. Also, okay, so first I'm going to put my orchid mist into this cute bottle so I can put it just in my living room without it looking stupid. Oh, that fills it up way more than I would have thought. Got it everywhere, but you know what else is new. Okay, so that's gonna be it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed doing some plant chores with me. Hopefully you also got some plant chores done that you've been putting off. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe and follow me on Instagram at Queen City Tropicals, and I will see you again soon.